We welcome you to a new documentary. If it is the first time, I introduce myself. I am the engineer Hiddekel Morrison and I appreciate you decide to see this educational content. With the identification and explanation of a great enigma on the planet Mars, which allows us to understand the characteristics, causes and explanation of the Martian rock deposits, which are even composed of precious rocks. Together, let's do this educational tour based on the latest advances in science and technology, in which we will also learn about the most gigantic earthquakes recorded on the Red Planet. From the perspective of an engineer. Let's start. Great Enigma on Mars. When the United States Space Agency's Ingenuity helicopter, NASA, recently surveyed from the air this intriguing ridge near an ancient river delta, in what is now called the Jezero crater on the planet Red. In these images, captured on April 23, 2022, during the 27th flight of the small helicopter, it has been possible to identify some very unusual inclined layers of rocks that seem to have a tectonic origin, that is, as a result of an earthquake, since the earthquakes occur when two tectonic plates sliding in opposite directions stick together and then slide suddenly. But the planet Mars does not have tectonic plates like Earth. Those earthquakes or Marsquakes that could cause those rocky layers are due to a continuous process of cooling and contraction of magma below the Martian surface. This stress builds up over time, until it is strong enough to crack its crust, triggering an earthquake on Mars. Let's see how a new prestigious scientific investigation discovers a possible solution to the great enigma on Mars of rocky beds, volcanoes and earthquakes that occur on the Red Planet, which we detail below. But first, I ask you to support us by liking this video, sharing this video with your contacts, and subscribing to this channel, turning on notifications, so with your support, we can continue to frequently generate interesting documentaries on aerospace technology and the universe. Thank you for contributing to the creation of educational content. The Ingenuity helicopter on Mars is providing scientists an aerial perspective of enigmatic and interesting rocky outcrops. It was in this scientific study entitled, "Enigmatic Rocks on Mars Show Evidence of a Violent Origin," that a team of researchers from the School of Earth and Space Exploration at Arizona State University, led by Steve Ruff, managed to answer a great enigma on Mars, by detecting ignimbrite, a rock from fire, that is, igneous when the magma cools as a result of a volcanic origin, highlighting that many of the rocky beds on Mars are abundant in olivine, a group of minerals that constitute precious stones here on planet Earth, and that on Mars they are present in the rocks from the magma generated in the mantle of Mars. All this being evidence of how active the volcanoes were in the formation of the planet Mars and in the record of the two largest Marsquakes recorded by the NASA INSIGH robot seismometer, which has been on Martian soil since 2018. Those two largest earthquakes to date recorded on Mars, which according to seismologists and astronomers, are the two largest ever on Mars, were described in the journal Seismic Record. Both are the first recorded events that occur on the opposite side of the planet relative to the lander and are 5 times stronger than the largest event ever recorded. Seismic wave data from the events could help researchers learn more about the inner layers of Mars, particularly its core mantle boundary, NASA researchers report, for which those seismic events are directly related to the presence of still hot magma in the subterranean layers of the planet Mars. That is why it's linked with the identification of these particular rocks that the Ingenuity helicopter detected. The planet Mars has the largest volcano in the solar system and lava flows that cover large areas of the Red Planet, so volcanic rocks are a given. But only a few places have been suggested to contain ignimbrites, and so far only tentatively. These new evidences of the abundance of the presence of ignimbrites and olivine explain very clearly the volcanic, explosive and lava-filled origin of the now desolate and calm planet Mars. As we can see in this contrast where the false color image on the left shows olivine-rich deposits in a region of Mars compared to ignimbrite deposits on planet Earth, true color. The fractures in the Earth example are cooling joints, which look a lot like the ones in the Mars example. All these studies and investigations are key to understanding the formation of the planet Mars, to understand in comparison the formation of our planet Earth and to be able to increasingly create the conditions for the establishment of human colonies on the Red Planet and the inevitable future conquest of the planet Mars by human beings. What do you think of these enigmas of the planet Mars? I read them in the comments of this video. As usual, we appreciate you informing us. It is a real pleasure to be able to provide you with the main news, trends and developments about the most important aspects of aerospace technology and the universe, from the perspective of an engineer. I am the engineer Hiddekel Morrison, and I invite you to meet again in a future installment.